Hey, what's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot at K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 164, and we're recording on November 8th, 2021. I'm Doug, and joining me today, we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
And as a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, and join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. All right, announcements this week. A big shout out to our new Fuego patrons, Zandi and Lazily. So shout out to them.
Ooh,
Thank you.
Zandi's another
Thank you.
English boy. He's been chilling with us on the Discord. He is
Oh,
a
is he
lad.
English?
Hello.
I had no clue.
He's English. I think he's Indonesian too. So if I remember that correctly, shout out to the Indonesians. That might be wrong though.
Speaking of the Patreons, we were for like a month or so long. We've been doing this for a bit, where we were renaming our Patreons. Right? We used to call them Harold's Harem, Harold's Homies. But Harold is no longer a part of this podcast. We have kicked him out. He now lives in Ukraine. So now we put it up for a vote. We decided to come up with a new name, and the new name is here. They're going to be henceforth be called Gochu Gang. So
Gochu Gang.
That was the most voted name.
that was the most voted thing.
So Gochu Gang. Some people are trying to justify that it means like spicy crew, something like that, spicy group of people. But realistically, like Gochu is a euphemism for the male part. So they wanted to be called that. So they are the Gochu Gang.
Hey, if you look in the dictionary, if you look up Gochu in the Korean dictionary, the pepper thing comes first.
Okay.
So
fair.
I mean,
It literally it is.
So the pepper crew is essentially what they are, the Gochu Gang, right?
They're the pepper people,
Okay.
you don't have to think about it in the PPWE kind of way,
Yeah. Of course not.
Pepper gang.
Hey, this is Warren here. I am editing the podcast, and I realized we left out a major piece of announcement. That is on Friday. We're going to be on Twitch at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be doing a listening party with the new Twice full-length album. Heard it's going to be quite a jam. So come hang out if you're free and if you're not doing much. 7 p.m. Eastern time, twitch.tv/SojuTalk Podcast. So I'll see you there. All right, back to the show.
We're now, though, part one, SojuTalk episode 164. We're going to talk about some new releases. I omitted a word there. We're going to choose the Spicy Song King, and we're going to hit you with the music show winners. Boom. All right, let's be honest with everyone. This is one of the, I'm not going to say weakest weeks of music, but there is not a lot of big music this week. All right?
I don't know what you're talking about. I was so excited for my favorite girl group.
It is a good opportunity, though, to talk about some smaller artists. And additionally, the news segment, the preview for the second part, is really packed this week. There is so much news. But the two songs we're going to cover is, first one is like the reintroduction to Laboum. And the second one is ASTRO's MJ's doing this trot thing. So we got this trot type song real quick. But first one's Laboum. They are now at Interpark Music. They switched from, I think, Base Interpark into Interpark Music or something like that. They're in a different sector now. They debuted in 2014, and their last three songs were Firework, Turn It On, and Between Us, with 0 music show wins so far. All right. Let's talk about Laboum for a quick second. Interesting run, They were a mid-tier girl group for a while. Then they were kind of notable for some things happening, like the Yulhee getting pregnant situation.
Yeah.
But more recently, their song Journey to Atlantis kind of had the Brave Girls syndrome thing where it did pop off a little bit. Not as hard as Brave Girls, but it did get popular. And then they went on a bit of a hiatus. Yoo-jung left the group. Now they're back as 4. And they released the song Kiss Kiss, which is a very retro-sounding K-pop girl group song, I would say.
Yes.
Anita, you like the song, so you get to talk about it first.
I do. I do realize that this is quality-wise, right? We're talking about production value. Visually, it's a little subpar. But musically, like the sound, I don't mind it because I like this retro late 2000s, early 2010s sound, which is very reminiscent to what girl groups were doing around that time. I guess the group that I would say most specifically reminds me of this particular song is A-Pink. That type of melody. I think even in the choreo, I was like, oh, this is very reminiscent of that sort of stuff that they were doing. And I don't mind that because you don't see that anymore, to be honest. I guess it's been kind of a passing trend to have this type of sound. But I kind of like it. I like that they're kind of doing a little throwback, and it kind of feels to me that it fits the season. So here in the Midwest, the U.S., it's pretty cold now, getting to winter season. And this kind of fits that, where it's not really summery, boppy vibes. It's more like slower, I don't know, like more nostalgic feeling to it.
I might be imagining things, but I feel like I heard a little woo when like Anita said it's subpar. Like,
Oh, really?
Somebody in the back. Do you live with a Laboum hater, Anita?
No.
Someone in the back. Someone was like, woo, at the sound of woo, it's subpar.
No.
No, but like I do agree with you though. I think you really summed that up really nicely. I do feel like they're expanding off of the success of Journey to Atlantis a bit. Although it doesn't have the excitement that Journey to Atlantis has, it still is playing off of that early 2010s, inspired kinda by New Jack Swing.
Yeah.
So girly, pop, kind of, dance moves. And
Okay.
I guess it's kind of cool. I don't know why I did the pop thing. I really like green onions. Anyways, I don't know, man. I it would be one thing if they tried to modernize the whole equation.
Yeah,
That's how I
I
feel.
agree.
Yeah, it does feel dated, but in not the right ways. Like if the common argument against doing stuff, that's kind of retro is like, for instance, with city pop, people have been redoing Japanese music styles from the 80s. But if you listen to the city pop that's coming out nowadays, there's a fair bit of modernization to it. Where like, it can be seen as a reinterpretation of that kind of stuff. Kiss, I don't know. I just kind of feel like we went back home to get mama's home cooking, like, and I guess that's not bad, but like, no. But I guess I don't like my mom's cooking. No, I like my mom's
Wait, what?
No, I like my mom's
say
mom
that
is
word.
good
I'm
cooking.
trying to complete my analogy. I love my mom's cooking. She makes great food. But
It's like the same old though. I know what you're saying there.
right, yeah,
Like-
it's like, yeah,
My mom's a really good cook, but there's like a base set of like maybe 20 things we generally eat. You know what I mean? It's
Right,
the
right,
standards.
right,
That's what
right.
you're getting at, right?
right.
No, I saved you, dude. I saved
Okay,
you.
thank you so much.
I agree. I think it was pretty fun. I like this genre of song. Now that
Yeah.
Anita mentioned A-Pink, the main vocalist now in this group, I can't even remember her name. I feel really bad.
Yeah, her tone, the vocals were very
She sounds just like
reminiscent.
Jung Eun-ji. I think
yeah,
it is.
yeah, a little
One of
bit.
them kind of looked like Jung and
So Young. That's who it is. She's my favorite member of this group. I can't remember her name. I feel terrible. But she does have a very similar quality to Jung Eun-ji, and it does the reference or the comparison does make a lot of sense to me. It did drag a little. I think it was a little bit too slow paced. My big issue was the packaging, man. The production value. They demoted them back into a room, dude.
The green screen.
Not a great sign, right?
I mean, if I was Inner Park Music Plus, how much money would I want to spend on this comeback?
This was under 50K, if I had to guess.
I
right?
wouldn't be surprised.
Right?
Is that a lot or little? I don't know. I actually don't know.
These days it's tiny.
Is
I
it
think.
okay? All right. Well, man, 50K. That's like enough to get you to college in America for a year, out of state. But
I mean, SM's blowing like over $1 million on a music.
I mean, that's SM. Inner Park Music. Inner Park is like primarily like an internet mall. Like,
yeah.
it's like if eBay was running a music label, look, with what they had, I think they did fine. I'm not gonna beat around the bush and say this had great aspects to it. I mean, there was, but at the same time, like the mix was kind of rough. There are certain points where I'm like, like they probably should have paid the engineer a little more money so that we can hear the vocals a little better at certain points. Like stuff like that where it feels a little rough around the edge. But to a degree, that's kind of cute, especially given the kind of concept we have. So Kiss Kiss. More like a miss.
Oh, okay, Warren.
Okay, no, I went over.
I don't think it was that bad though.
No, it wasn't.
I just
joking
don't think it
around.
was all that fantastic at the same time. To be
right.
completely honest with you.
All right, miss is a bit of an overstatement. It's more like not bad kind of deal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
hope Laboum does well. I've been at times I've really liked Laboum. You remember I thought that Between Us was the sleeper song of like 2019 or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I pushed
for
that
some
for a
reason.
whole year straight.
For
That's
a
a
whole
really
year.
good. I still think it's a great song. Even though I remember that everyone else thought it was bad, but
No,
I
yeah.
think it's really good.
I do like that they're coming back to like what they were like famous for though. And I hope they kind of expand upon it a little further because like we need like a 2021 version of this, not like a 2016 version of a 2016 song. You know?
Quick aside, I was watching myself as we're recording.
Okay.
I have a lot of empty space here, right?
Yeah, you never
Oh,
filled
yeah.
it up.
This
Yeah.
region. Maybe we start getting some more girl group stickers because there are new groups that I like these days.
Yeah, you like
There
Stacy
is.
now.
And I like
Stacy
aespa
girls.
these days.
Aespa.
You know what? You know what you should get? A big sticker of the Black Mamba, just like running down your poster area. Just
Yeah.
You know, I still haven't been able to pick a bias in Stacy. Like it's a struggle, dude.
you don't need to
Between-
pick, dude. Don't you, don't
You
need
have to pick
one.
a bias, dude. You
You don't
have
need
to.
to pick one.
You don't love all
equally.
your children the same. You don't like everyone in the group the same. There has to be a kid you like more. In my opinion.
Fine,
Uh,
but like if
It's-
that's the case, may I make the case for Mr. Black Eyed Pilsung? He
You want me to like their sajang name? Okay.
yes.
I'm really between those. Still Sumin, Isa, and Yoon. One of the three. I can't
Alright.
decide.
Well-
let's move on to the second song though.
Yeah.
Astro's MJ released Getse Yo featuring Kim Taeyeon. He's from Fantagio. Obviously, he's an Astro debut 2016. His last three songs, or Astro's last three songs, were Alive, After Midnight, and One, and they have 10 music show wins so far. Kim Taeyeon, if you haven't listened to the song, it is not Taeyeon from Girls' Generation. It is not that
Oh, no,
Taeyeon.
no. No,
It is Kim Taeyeon, who was she's like a 9-year-old girl or something like
Oh my
that.
god.
She was a
She's
contestant on Miss Trot 2. So that is where
Hansuri
she's
singer,
from.
yeah.
And by hearing Miss Trot 2, this is like I'm going to call it a K-pop / trot song, somewhere in the middle of that.
Here's what they said, because there's like a whole paragraph
There's a
about
blurb?
production
Okay.
in their
Oh.
marketing blurb, and they're like, it has a funk music base with a trot twist into a retro dance track. That's what
Young
that's
Tuck made
what's there.
this song, I heard.
Young Tuck and the Jigongmin combination apparently
Yeah.
is who wrote this track. Not sure if I've heard anything from these two. Not gonna lie, I think it's my first experience listening to something they produced. Like Young Tuck, I've heard his voice on like
Yeah, obviously Young Tuck's humongous right now.
right. He, for those of you guys who don't know, he is in the center of that trot
Yeah.
trend that's been blowing up in the 2019-2020. It kind of calmed down a little bit this year. I don't think it's as big as it was last year and the year before, but it's still kind of big. There's still a lot of people who are very happy about trot music, especially in our parents' generations, middle-aged people, anywhere above like mid-30s and above. I'm not saying my parents are mid-30 and above. I mean, they are, but like they're not mid-30s. I'm just saying the whole group of people. You get the idea. Trot music, if you don't know what it is, there's like a bum ba ba bum 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 ba ba bum bum kind of rhythm to
Bounce.
it, right? And there's like a bit of sadness to it, and everyone's
There's
like,
like a-
hi, yeah, like their kind of sound. You
It's
know,
like a retro electronica-y sound. And you have to think, you put yourself in the mind frame that like people in the farmlands are bumping to this stuff,
Right,
you
right,
know,
right.
riding in the tractor,
Yeah.
blasting some trot that's sung by a pretty girl. Like that's like a scene, you know, that's going on.
it's essentially Korea's version of country music.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
That being
It's like-
said, Oh, yeah?
it sounds like dated electronica, you know. That's what it sounds like
well,
to
the
me.
electronica thing is like the modernization aspect of,
Yeah.
of trot, right? Like if you listen to old trot, you will hear a lot of enka from like Japanese music,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of like blues as well. That being said, this track for the most part is funk or pop, whatever
Yes.
they
Yeah.
want it to be. MJ sings in the tone of a trot artist. There's those like big vibrations all
Vibrato.
everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. Do you guys know if MJ's been doing trot?
Yeah, MJ's been on a big trot kick the last 12 months. Like
Really?
he's not new to the trot game. He's been
had
making
no clue.
efforts.
Could you elaborate a little bit?
I need a
context.
Yeah. So I knew more about him being in this genre because he was a part of a project group called Super 5, which was formed out of a competition show called Favorite Entertainment. I think it aired on NBC. And basically, they just got like 5, I guess, singers who were either K-pop idols or trot singers or somewhere like they just sang, right? And I think he from Pentagon was also in this group.
Oh, okay.
So that's where I know that he got that experience, and
Yeah.
he's just been doing covers for like a year or so on shows, and I don't know. I feel like he's been pushing that for a while.
Super 5 was made by Jang Yoo-jung, the trot singer.
Oh, Jang Yoon-jung. Okay.
So she produced this group.
Okay.
So
That's the most successful trot singer of all time that rakes in billions of dollars every year.
So like he's been in the trot game like before. It's not just like a new dip into it. He's been doing
Okay, that makes sense.
it. Yeah.
I guess this is K-pop's first full effort to do trot, though, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I guess.
So this is like a 2-track single, I guess. Second single is much more trot. It's like just straight up trot, like modern trot. This one obviously it isn't. It's more like pop music with a bit of trotness into it, you know. But I'm not sure if I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't have a huge qualm with trot music as a genre. I think there's plenty of it to like and plenty of it to not like. It's just the production feels a little all over the place. It really lacks any grounding for me personally, where the things sound, everything sounds like a little toy, if that makes any sense. You know, it feels very light. The way MJ is singing is very light. When the kid comes in, when Kim Taehyun comes in, she's great. I'm not gonna lie.
I love
think
her voice.
She's really
her
good.
voice is great.
She's really good.
She's great. She's like the best part of the track, and I really feel bad for
I
saying
wanted
that.
more.
I really wanted more of that because like the moment she comes in, there's a lot of weight and presence to the
yes.
voice. Right. And I'm not saying MJ's a bad vocalist because we've heard him sing in various other venues before. It's just when he sings like this, it feels very light in not the right ways. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay,
right?
I can see that.
Like if I'm eating a lasagna, I want it to be just full of calories and like body ruining elements. I don't want it to be
Cheesy.
light. You know what? Yeah. Like I don't need 0 calorie lasagna. That's gross. I want like body ruining lasagna.
Okay.
So in that aspect, I feel like his performance wasn't the best, and the production felt like it was kind of all over the place. There wasn't any groundedness, and it also felt very dated. And it's some people say that trot by default sounds dated, and I get that, but at the same time, there have been numerous trot songs in the modern era that just sound better. The sound design is just better. End of the story, you know. So
I
in
can
that
see all
aspect,
that.
yeah, I feel like it was a little lackluster for me. I don't know. How do you feel about this, guys? I'm not sure if I'm.
I mean,
going
to be honest,
crazy here.
I feel like I'm not super biased towards trot or against it either. I feel like there are some very notable ones, but I do feel like the weight of the voice in trot is very, very important. So I feel like for me, when I heard the chorus, I was like, oh yeah, this is nice. The chorus is catchy, but I do agree that it does feel a little too light. Like I know there's some like layering of vocals in the chorus, but it still feels like, oh, I wish it was like deeper. I don't know. I feel like it should be like the type of part where you belt it out, but it didn't feel like
You're looking for more
super
oomph,
strong.
Anita?
Yeah, a little bit more oomph there, but I don't know. I think it makes sense for MJ, to be honest, because he has been dabbling in this for a while, and it fits like his image as well, like very bright, very bubbly.
Yep.
Yeah, very, very bouncy. I don't know. I feel like it makes sense in concept. I just feel like execution could have been a little bit better.
No, I agree. I think it's very light, but that's what you get if you're gonna cross trot with pop this heavily, I think. Overall, though, I thought he did a pretty good job. You know, he has the energy down, the stage presence down
Yeah.
for it. You know, he's
Sure.
making the trot. You know, trot in Korea comes with a bit of cheese. You know what I mean? It's a bit hokey. It just inherently is, and I think he does a good job of it. And the Kim Tae-young, the feature, she's really good. I was impressed.
So cute.
When I heard the voice, I had a look. I'm like, there's a child here singing this right now. We got a child on the screen.
She doesn't sound like a child. I'll give you that.
No,
but
that's why I
no.
looked it up. I'm like, who's singing? That's why I had to go look.
I knew it was a kid. I just didn't expect like a 9, 12-year-old. I thought it
Yeah.
was
I think she's 9 or 11 was one of the. I forgot which one.
Wild.
Kim Tae-yeon Trot.
Look,
Oh,
if,
she's like 9. Yeah, she's 9.
okay,
Aw.
this is wild. I feel like if Jang In-jung picks her up, there's definitely something about MJ, right? There's definitely something this guy's good at. Maybe we're just biased and we don't like it. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I do feel like I did like the B-side. I'm not gonna lie. Like the second track was much more of a straight trot track that we have. It reminded me a lot of like Park Hyun-bin, who is
Okay.
also very famous in this aspect. He would be the male counterpart to Jang In-jung was. And you know, I do feel like there's a lot to go off of here. It's just I'm not sure about this track in general. There's a lot of things that didn't work in favor for the guy. So maybe next time. I don't know.
Yeah, try it again.
Yeah.
All right. Other songs this week include Super Junior's D&E with Zero, Vix's Leo, I'm Still Here. And then we have TO1 with No More X, B2B's Minhyuk with Huta. We would have covered that one, but there was no music video. We realized that late in the
rip.
game. And then Blitzers released a song called Hop In. But we're now at Spice King. We're going to review the Soju chart, determine who is this week's Spice King. Last week, first place was 17's Rock With You, picking up its second crown. Second place was aespa Savage. Third place was Somi's EXO EXO, and the new candidates are the two songs we covered this week. Laboum's Kiss Kiss and Astro MJ's Happy Vibes. Well, not Happy Vibes. Get Say Yo is the actual name. I have a chart.
You got a chart.
It's not the most exciting chart, I'm going to say.
Little chart.
Okay.
I want to leave the chart exactly the way it was.
What? You can't do that.
No, I
understand.
I think that my
understand.
most listened to is still aespa Savage. I still listen to that all the time.
Okay.
But I think it's been a minute still. You know, it's been
Okay.
a while.
Okay.
I want 17's Rock With You to get tallest place, so I'm putting it in first. aespa Savage, I still think it's really good. Putting it in second. Somi's XOXO. I wasn't the biggest fan of it last week. I listened to it a bunch more this week. That's kind of good. I kind of like it, so I'm gonna leave it on third.
Dang, no change there.
No changes
I'm
at
going
all.
with the standard chart.
Apparently.
I do have some changes.
Good.
Go.
And I don't feel confident about these changes, but I do
Uh-oh.
feel like change is necessary. So in first place, I also have 17, Rock With You. I think I don't know if it's because I've been listening to that Justin Bieber song a lot and I really like it now, and this reminds me of that song. So I see some similarities there and I like that vibe. So I've been listening to 17 as well. And I'm putting it in first. Second, I have Somi. XOXO.
Somi.
So move it up. I feel like I'm still iffy about where this is going to go, but it's not a bad sign. This is to say that I'm not feeling super strongly about it being in second place, but that's where I'm placing it this week. In third, I think this is the most unpopular opinion that's going to come out this week.
Okay.
I'm
Laboum?
gonna, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Laboum. I don't know. I guess maybe it has to do with the fact that I really liked that retro late 2000s, early 2010s sound that girl groups had back in the day, especially that A-Pink sound, that vibe as well, when they debuted. And it's not really present anymore. So I like that they're bringing it back, even though there are some things that I would change about it. I am not that upset that they did it, though. That's it.
Life is full of changes. I'm embracing all the changes in the evening.
Okay.
I do agree. Kiss Kiss had a lot of great moments to it.
But
it there's it doesn't have that polish, I guess.
There's a yeah.
And at the end of the day, if I want to listen to music from that era, I can go back and listen to music from that era. It is therefore not on my chart. I apologize to all the
Right.
Laboum fans.
Okay, guy.
The MJ track, you can probably guess, is also not on my chart. That leaves me with the same 3 songs Doug went over.
Wow.
In different order. Though.
Okay.
Look, aespa track, Savage. I'm not very excited about it anymore, but I guess with the process of elimination, it's still on third.
okay.
Third.
Still on third. No, it was on second last week, so now it's on third. What is taking the second place spot is 17's track.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
I agree with Anita's observation that it sounds kind of like Justin. I didn't realize it either until like this week, where I was like, kind of reminds me of I don't remember the thing, the one with Kid Laroi.
Stay.
Yeah,
Stay,
stay. So hey, 17's on second place. There you go. That leaves us with XOXO by Somi. It's a good track. I like it.
Yeah, you really like this one.
Yeah, I stand by my comments from last week. It is her best song to date, including Very, 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 and everything she's done with Eyes One.
No, that's a bit of a stretch.
I disagree with that.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot, sir.
You guys are pee-peeing. This is also the best track Teddy has worked on, and yes, I understand he's not the main producer, but he did write all the lyrics to it. He was the main lyric writer, which I think the lyrics are the best part of this track overall, which I understand is not something you guys pay attention to all the time, and therefore you guys probably don't have the big enough brain to understand why it's on first place.
Dude. Damn. All right. Well, the Gochu gang.
Gochu gang!
They were not very spicy this week.
No, yes.
They retained the chart. So 17 in first. They picked up 42 points on their voting system.
Whoa.
aespa came in second with 20, and then Somi came in third with 14. So there was a massive gap there. For us, though, that means 17's Rock With You picks up its third crown with 18 points, entering the Hall of Spice. Third crown, let's go.
Congratulations!
Second place, Somi upsetted aespa. Is Somi with 10 points, and in third place is aespa Savage with 9 points. So that is the Soju chart for this week.
Nice.
17 Rock With You, Hall of Spice. It is the 11th song to gain Hall of Spice status. It joins BTS's Dynamite, Twice's I Can't Stop Me, Dreamcatcher's Odd Eye, IU's Lilac, Stacy's ASAP, BTS Butter, Taeyeon Weekend, Sunmi You Can't Sit With Us, Stacy's Stereotype, Twice The Feels, and now 17's Rock With You.
Nice.
Amazing.
What a list of songs.
What a lineup.
Once we have
lineup.
16, I'm doing a World Cup with all 16 songs. Just
Let's
putting
do
that
it.
out there.
I have a favorite among these for sure.
Same.
Yeah,
and
there's some in there.
It's not Odd Eye by Dreamcatcher. I apologize. I'm sorry.
All right. Finally, though, we're at show winners. I need to hit us with them.
Yes, so also winning in the music show, 17 Rock With You picked up wins on Show Champion and Music Bank, so they're up to 4 total wins this comeback. And then we have NCT 127 with Favorite. They also won an M Countdown and Show Music Core, so 2 total wins for them. And then Park Ji-hoon Serious on the show won its first award over there, so congrats to him as well.
Hey, shout out to the winners. But that's now the end of part 1 of SojuTalk episode 163. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
We are back at it with part 2 of SojuTalk episode 164. We're going to talk about a bunch of K-pop news and events and give you the state of the nation. Lot of news. Like, I tried to cut some out. There was way too many. We're just gonna do it. First one. Starship has formally announced the 6 members of IVE, and their debut date will be December 1st.
Wow.
So what's happening?
It's coming.
Here are the members. Gao, born in 2002. Yujin, 2003, who's the leader. Yujin's the leader of this group. Ray from Japan, 2004. Wonyoung, 2004. Liz, 2004. And Esau, 2007.
Oh my gosh.
This group has an average height of 169.8 centimeters, or 5'6" and some change.
That average, man.
2007.
2007 in this group, sir.
More than 10 years younger than me.
She's like 14, 15, dude.
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
2007.
Yeah.
So people were joking, you know, like, 2002. Haven't seen the 2002 World Cup. None of these people.
We're alive.
No.
Oh, one of them.
Lisa over here hasn't seen the one after that either.
You're right. 2006.
No, she hasn't seen the 2006 one. What World Cup you talking about? Man,
my goodness.
They're very tall though. Very tall for how young they are. I'm not gonna lie.
They're all really tall. Dude, Yujin is, or Wonyoung's like 5'8" now or something, they're saying.
Wow.
That being said, this is an extremely hyped up group. They are going to be the tallest promoting girl group I heard at the moment. Not taller than 9 Muses, but actively promoted. They'll be the tallest.
Wow.
They are from Starship, major company. I'm a little bit concerned for Cosmic Girls Uju Sonyo, though, to be honest, because I think this group is going to be very popular out of the gates. If they come with a good song, expect weekly popularity right off the bat, at least that level. Right?
Oh yeah.
If not higher, probably
higher. Yeah.
Yeah, for the initial starting popularity. Super hyped up.
Let's see where they go. Starship has history with great music. They've also had history with not very great
Bad
music.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll see. I didn't like the Cosmic Girls debut, but they did go into a good career afterwards in terms
The
of
space themes for a little bit was pretty good. The
It was
space
good for a
theming
bit.
was really good. Yeah, and then they kind of brought it back a bit lately.
Yeah.
Yujin and Wonyoung, we already knew that there was monsters at Starship on Produce 48 and Eyes One. We knew that this would be like really good cornerstone members of your group. Who would have ever thought that Yujin would end up a leader of a group? It's hilarious to me. She was the class clown the whole time.
She seems so
Now she's the
young.
leader. Yeah, we got Wonyoung in this group, who's one of like the most popular idols for her age group in Korea. I'm excited.
Crazy.
We have so many kids on our server who have stopped waving the Eyes One banner and are completely on the IVE train. You know,
No, what do you mean? Everybody apparently.
everybody,
is
they
like,
changed all their Discord nicknames and like quotes on their Discord to all about IVE. You know,
apparently all the Eyes One fans were just Wonyoung and Yujin fans.
like everyone has now moved into being fans of IVE and Kepler lately. Like it's like right now in girl group land, you're either a fan of Stacy, Espa, Kepler, or IVE. That's like it right now.
Wow.
That's what it feels like.
Dang.
Like the weekly train has kind of hit a plateau, it seems.
Yeah, they need to come back.
ITZY's had a bit of a rough stretch. Like people are on those 4 rookie girl groups right now. I'm excited. December 1st is really soon.
2 weeks.
We'll have to see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It should be fun though. All right. Next one, Anita. There's a lot of things for Anita to read. I am sorry.
It's a hefty one here.
A big boy article.
But an exciting one. A little interesting. So HYBE has announced 2 auditions over the past week. So one of them being a global girl group audition in collaboration with Geffen, I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced, owned by UMG through Interscope. So the application period will be from November 3rd to the 28th. The age for this application is between 15 years old and 19. And I also checked out their website for the application, and they do have a parentheses where EU residents can apply between the ages of 16 and 19.
That's because of labor laws in the EU.
Yep. So they're very, very much specifically saying that people from different places can audition, and the auditions themselves, so the singing and the rapping portions have to be in English. So that's
wow. Okay.
requirement here.
Let's do some housekeeping here. This is not the Source Girl group that you've been hearing rumors about, Sakura
No.
and other kids.
No.
It is not that.
No,
this
no,
is a
no.
completely different thing. This is sort of more related to the Scooter Braun type stuff they've been doing at Hybe lately,
Yeah.
where they're making westward expansions.
With
They
their
are
buddies.
looking for kids who are not in Korea, it seems. Who
Very
they might
obviously,
add
yeah.
Koreans, but this audition is really tailored towards like global is the key word here. You
Yeah.
got to do it in English. They're looking for girls from all over the world. I'm assuming that this is going to be promoted as like a K-pop S group in the West, though. I doubt that this is Korea
Most
specific,
likely.
from what I've been reading.
This feels much more Western than your typical K-pop. Yes.
Yeah. All right, Anita, hit us
Yeah.
with the second audition they announced.
Yeah, second one, they announced that the first phase of the Hybe Labels Japan global debut project, which is the audition program and audition, will be broadcasted in Japan and streamed worldwide on YouTube next year, 2022. And the island people, so Kay, Nicholas, EJ, and Taki, will also appear on this program.
So those four dudes are
Yeah.
pretty much what I'm assuming is they're going to be in this group, right? And they're looking for more dudes to join them.
Yeah. I guess we kind of heard about this coming in a little bit.
So this is
Interesting.
yo, imagine being like EJ or Nicholas. You don't know Japanese, and they're like, "You're gonna be in Japan, my guy. You didn't make it hype it, but we gonna get you some work in Japan." Like Kay and Taki, obviously they're Japanese. It's gonna be easy town for them. But hey, it's a big opportunity for these Japanese kids directly related to Hybe. It's a humongous opportunity. I'm assuming the competition's gonna be really fierce for this one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm most interested in finding out how the already chosen members, right? So these four, how they're going to be incorporated into the show. If they have more of a say as to the makeup of the group, or
Hey.
if they're just contestants like everybody else. I don't know.
I would love to see if they're not contestants and they're already slated. I would love to see each of the four of them get a group and they do like a stage and they like friendly
Oh, like
competition,
leaders.
like lead them.
Oh,
You know?
Oh, that'd be
That'd be
interesting.
So if they're like half on the show, half mentor role because they have already gone through Island, you know,
yeah.
it'd be kind of fun. Because the way they've been shooting promo shots for the four, I doubt that they're not going to be in the group at this point. You know, like
Yeah, no, I think they've already have like their official Twitter.
yeah,
Oh.
so they're
Yeah,
like set
they're
in it,
in.
and they're just looking
Maybe-
for other kids.
maybe it could be. Yeah, maybe it'll be like the Icon situation. What was the show called? But
The second one?
yeah. Like the second
yeah.
YG audition show where like a set group number of people were already like set to debut and they just were survival showing for like 3 or 4 more people at that point. Maybe it'll be like that.
That's
Who
what it
knows?
seems like. Overall, that's cool. And then
Yeah.
Anita, hit us with the second thing, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, the last one's all about the money. So K Media also reported on Hybe's third quarter record-breaking earnings report. So Hybe announced revenues of 341 billion won, which is 288.1 million USD, and operating profit of 65.6 billion won, which is 55.3 million USD as well. So a lot of money here. Revenue rose by 79.49%, and operating profit rose by 63% compared to quarter 3 of 2020 of last year. And the growth came mostly from revenue from albums, merch, and licensing. A lot of money
So-
for Hybe.
I know that the COVID situation affected last year, but still they rose about 80% and 60% respectively. They
Yeah.
still pulled in 55 million of profit after reinvesting a lot of their revenue and
Yeah, a lot of-
subtracting cost. It's
lot of
insane
stuff.
at this point.
Even like we on a near weekly basis, we hear stuff like, "Oh, Hybe is starting this, they are starting that." Like
Yeah, so much.
they've been spending a lot, but they still profited, dude.
It's a good sign.
Business is booming.
It's booming because they are
Boomtown.
they like you think about all these other projects they're doing. It costs money. They have to
Yeah.
fork the money to do all this stuff, and they're
They got
still
it.
they're still turning big profits on top of that. It's nuts.
Yeah, like we saw their offices. It's probably fully equipped with like very expensive Herman Miller chairs. You know, like is there?
Herman Miller.
No, it's that's a fact that Anita.
Wait, for
like,
real?
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it actually? I was just
No. I remember in that like community meeting thing they do, they announced like we got the really expensive chairs. I don't remember if it was that brand, but I remember
Oh.
Mal talking about how they have like ridiculously expensive chairs in the
Dang,
entire
maybe,
building.
Yeah, I thought
maybe
it
it's
was
even
Herman
better
Miller.
than Herman Miller. Who knows?
I think it was Herman
Probably.
Miller though. I think the entire office is full of them.
Wow.
Man, entire office full of Herman Miller chairs. That's Hype. Do you need a designer to work it out?
All right, though. While you're at it, hit us with the next one. It's sort of hype related, but keep going. Warren.
Oh, you're talking to me? Oh, I thought you were talking to Nina. Well,
cute.
yeah. So we have Naver V Live officially merging with Hype's own Weverse in the first half of 2022. So this was a rumor. Now it's fully confirmed. Now it's expected to grow into a comprehensive fan platform equipped with e-commerce, streaming, and communication features at the beginning of 2022. Now, the new version of Weverse will include VLive's Spot Live function for in-person concert experiences and probably more too.
So that Spotlight thing is what was hinted at the time big hit community meeting where they were talking about the in-person fan experiences. So that's built into the app. You have all of the functions of Weverse already. Plus you're getting better, I'm assuming, live streaming stuff from VLive. If you're not on the Weverse platform, like I feel like you're gonna miss out here if you're on Universe or something, because like clearly there's way more money into this one. I think than the other ones.
It's a lot bigger.
Spending a lot of money here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have I'm taking off my K-pop hat for a second and putting on my job hat, which is product designing and UX designing. This is and app designing and all that kind of stuff. And it's rare for an app to be very successful when it does a lot of things. Like if you think about the most popular apps of the current generation, the apps begin doing one thing and they become successful for doing that one thing really well, and they venture out and do various other things, right? Like take Facebook, for instance. At one point, it was just, I have a wall, you have a wall, I get to write on my wall, I get to write on your wall. Then they added a chat feature. Then they added these timelines, and they added a marketplace. Yeah. They added, now they have news, and they have a dating app inside Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody uses Facebook dating unless you're, I guess, very desperate to date. No offense to the Facebook app dating people, but still, you kind of get the point, right?
There's more. There's way more now.
Right. And at a certain point, people kind of move on from that app to another one. And it's happened into Instagram, and it's kind of doing the same cycle with Instagram again. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. But the general rule of thumb that people have in our community is you got an app that does if you have an app that has every tool in it, chances are some of those tools are kind of poo-poo. And users are going to use those tools in an app that does those tools better, which is what I liked about having a separate Weverse and a separate VLive, right? You got a separate streaming platform and you got a separate social media platform. That's what essentially Weverse is, the social media for fans and K-pop people.
Fan community, yeah.
Right. It was a good effort to move fan cafes that were on Naver into like an own proprietary platform for fans. Once you start combining all of those together, I would be a little concerned. The app itself is going to be very heavy to work with. It's going to be very difficult to keep it running and updated because it's a single package that does a lot of things. And from a product from a UX perspective as well, there's a lot. If you have a new user who's joining Weverse for the first time, they got to learn a lot. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. That being said, they haven't really tripped up yet. So until they do, we'll see what happens.
Right. I'm not saying this is going to be a horrible, awful idea. I just think there's a lot of risks, and they need to tread very, very carefully. I hope they do. Hype usually.
That being said, they poached all the good tech talent in Korea. I heard, right?
Of course.
So,
really?
Yeah. No, they literally did. I heard they were they were offering tons of money to really good people to move over.
And Hybe has generally been very good with tech so far, so hopefully they can pull it off.
All right, first one, Mama 2021 has announced the nominees for this year. I'm not going to go through them, but they did change some of the voting and judging. Oh. So there will be 4 daesangs this year, Worldwide Icon, Artist of the Year, Song of the Year, and Album of the Year. Artist, song, and album will no longer be fan voted, but decided by a panel of judges who will evaluate the quality/artistry.
What?
Who are these people?
Yeah, I don't know who they are, but they're bringing it out of the fan vote other than the Worldwide Icon Award. Additionally, CJ E&M have stated that they are in positive discussions with all members of 101 for a reunion, including a Mama performance, concert, and new album promotions.
Whoa.
Wow.
Dang.
Hey, if Mama is 4D here, big brain move would be have the 101 reunion on the stage, do it, and then right after that, surprise debut Kepler on the spot.
Oh.
Man, you're asking for a lot of coordination there.
Wouldn't it be crazy town if they debuted Kepler at Mama? Everyone's watching.
I mean, it's good strategy. I don't know if it can be done.
The timeline isn't that bad too, because Mama's gonna happen sometime in the middle of December.
Dang.
I mean, I know I agree with you. It's gonna be a good move. I just think it's very difficult to
Even
pull
if we
off.
don't get the 101 stuff, I honestly think, I was talking to Max about it, these should debut Kepler at Mama, because everyone watches Mama.
That I hope that happens. Yeah.
That would be such a smart idea. The timeline works perfectly for them too. They got like a month to prep this thing up, you know? And they do their first live stage at Mama, the biggest show of the year.
That's
be
so much
insane.
pressure.
Oh, on the girls it'd be so much pressure.
Yeah.
Realistically, you don't even gotta do a debut, honestly.
Just play the music video.
Performance.
Right. Do the thing from the show. Do the thing from the show.
Ah.
Do perform.
Theme
Oh.
song.
Yeah.
Something.
Okay. No, I want the full debut to happen at
You
Mama.
want the full debut.
I think
Oh,
it'd be
dang.
crazy. I think they would. The hype train would be insane if they did that.
So going back to real quick what you said, there's going to be judges who evaluate based on quality and artistry.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what that means, dude. Rigging? Yes.
I don't know. I feel like Mama generally has been 100% focused on popularity for the entirety of its existence. I've been looking at the candidates. I would easily argue that all of these are based on popularities and not by quality. So I don't know what they're pooping. This is poo-poo. This is some of the funkiest poo-poo they've pulled off in the last couple of years.
Is the fan voting open yet for everything?
I'm not sure.
If it is, maybe a fun activity eventually in State of the Nation will be maybe we should collectively fill out a ballot during the episode.
Oh, yeah,
That'd be
maybe,
kind
yeah.
of fun, right? If we did
Yeah.
that. So we'll look into that, guys. The next one, there was a lot of NFT news. I'm not a big fan of NFTs. The first one, Hybe officially announced their entry into the NFT market with a long-term partnership with Dunamu, the operator of the cryptocurrency Upbit. The two companies are pursuing a share swap deal of about 500 to 900 billion won, and will issue goods from artists like BTS as NTFs to establish a joint venture in the US to create a metaverse business. A lot of buzzwords in there.
Facebook?
The wrong meta.
The wrong meta.
The wrong meta.
Additionally, not related, but the music show, The Show, will launch its first NFT collection featuring artists on the program. The exact drop date is yet to be announced. I think that more has to do with, you know how like when you take a picture of something, regardless of what it is, you own the copy of it, right? Like in the legal sense. I think they're just going to take photos of their artist and then sell individual people the rights to it to make money.
Dang.
Okay. It's kind of weird.
It's predatory, in my opinion.
You do have to realize if you own the NFT, you don't own the copyrights to that. That's also a thing.
You own the access rights, I believe.
Yeah, you own the thing, but the rights
don't.
to that are still right. Like,
Yeah.
look, NFT is like funky market. I'm still not sure if I like it or dislike it.
I don't like it.
I think there are pros to cons to it, and right now I'm leaning towards cons outweigh the pros a little bit too. But then again, I'm not a huge crypto bro. Like I'm not, like I don't really know all the ins and outs. I'm just unhappy with the graphic card market, if you ask me. But look, it's kind of funky, if you ask me. I'm more excited about the metaverse part, I guess. But
Metaverse, wow.
I just think it's a little like so the whole NFT system where like you own digital rights. Well, you don't even own the digital rights.
You own the
access-
digital original copy, yes.
You own the original copy or access rights, however you want to call it, of something, an image or whatever,
Right,
a
right.
sound clip or a GIF,
Whatever
or a
art
GIF,
form, yeah.
whatever. I just feel like it's kind of dumb. I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm not on board with it. I like physical assets. Like I know that I'm in stocks and stuff, but that is backed by something. You know, like I own a X% of a business. This just feels like I'm like if you really care, just print out photo cards. It's better than at least you have something in your hand. You know, like that's how I feel about this. That being said, Hybe is going to like swap $500 million of shares with somewhere else to get into the business. They're clearly committed to doing it. The metaverse business is more interesting, I think, as Warren was talking about with the VR and worlds and things like that. That's cooler.
Yeah, I will admit, none of the three of us aren't huge crypto Dogecoin
Oh
people.
no.
I'm
no,
traditional equities.
Right. If you want to explain why or this is good for K-pop or positive towards K-pop, let me know because I really want to
Yes.
hear that argument.
Enlighten
I
us.
really do.
Yeah,
Go
if you
ahead.
have anyone
write your-
who's like an expert in crypto or metaverse or NTF, please talk to us about it because we need to be more informed.
Yes,
Please,
yes.
please write me a long comment on YouTube or call me, like, you know, like give
Send
me
Warren a
Be
DM on
paragraph
Discord,
essay.
something like that.
something. I will gladly take 2,000 word essays. So I'll give you
Yeah,
bonus.
so
for
that's that
too.
one. Next one, Anita, you're gonna like this. Naver Webtoon
Oh,
has
webtoon.
announced that they are bringing original stories during January in collaboration with BTS, TXT, and Hypen. They already have names for these things too.
Oh.
BTS's will be called Chaco, TXT's is called The Star Seekers, and Hypen is called Dark Moon the Blood Altar.
Oh god.
Oh God.
So you're getting straight up webtoons with your favorite Hybe male, boy groups.
That's so interesting.
Okay.
I know you're gonna read them, right?
I don't know. I feel like it's interesting because from the titles, right? Like I'm not too much into the lore of these groups, but they're basically like an extension of their concepts, I'm gonna
For sure.
guess.
Yep.
Yeah, especially with the Enhypen title. So I guess definitely for people that are into the lore, this is going way deeper into it, and maybe you get like even like a teaser for what's coming next in as far as like music or promotions. So that's pretty cool if that's the route they're doing, where like
Yeah,
they're expanding the lore.
In terms of webtoons, Anita and I love webtoons. It's essentially the modern version of comic books, and you scroll on your phone. It's perfectly fit
You
for
know.
phones. It's a good time, you know. That being said, the chapters are so short, but you can't blame them for that, you know. But
Yeah.
hey, if you like these artists, get Naver Webtoon. I'm sure
it
they'll
out.
have like free access to some of the first couple chapters at least at a minimum that aren't
Yeah, usually
gated
do.
by anything. So should be cool. Next one. Verna Lossum, which was Sakura's company, we mentioned it last week, says she left them, but they are teaming up with Korean agency CTRL, maybe Control, I don't know how you pronounce it, but they are going to start promotion of Verna Lossum's artists in South Korea.
Oh.
Notably, Verna Lossum manages AKB48's girl group and sister groups, as well as Nako and Hitomi, formerly of IVE.
Interesting.
So, Nako and Hitomi might be doing some things in Korea, it seems.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere, that one.
So you are correct. It is pronounced control apparently, and it's written
Okay.
as CTRL. I'm quickly looking up information about this company, and there's nothing. I am the article that we're taking we're sourcing this from says that it's a brand storyteller group, whatever that means.
Some kind of advertising agency, it seems like to me.
I see.
That's what it sounds like to me. Some sort of management / media production company. We'll see. I mean, I'm glad they're doing stuff in South Korea. I didn't expect that at all. So
Yeah, because Nako and Hitomi have decent presence. And
Oh, yeah.
you release anything with any of the IVE girls lately, people watch it. So
people will eat it up.
something Anita might be interesting next. SM and YG have partnered with YouTube to remaster music videos from the 90s and 2000s for their respective
Ooh.
artists. So you ain't gotta watch the 360p, 480p
240.
versions anymore. 240 for some of them.
144.
So they're gonna start doing that. I think they already released one. For SM specifically, the project will also include some reinterpreted music videos, and aespa has been announced to take part in that in some capacity.
Whoa.
Okay.
So they're remastering
Interesting.
some of the old music videos, putting twists on some of them as well. Overall, I think it's good. Some of these music videos, the old ones look horrific on there. Like there's like 3
was
pixels
rough.
on the screen, and you hear like a crackly voice in the background. So I think it's about time for them to do that. They do own the master copies of them, so it makes sense. Finally, in Bros Forever news, On and Off has announced that all 5 of its Korean members will be enlisting in the military together.
Wow.
The move is
gosh.
specifically in order to minimize their hiatus, and they have one member who I believe is from Japan. I guess he's just chilling for the next 2 years.
Oh no.
Get him to join the Japanese military.
Yeah, so I'm kind of in favor of that. I think
Yeah.
if you don't have really strong individual popularity in your group, minimizing the downtime makes sense to me. Because like Super Junior was like in a 10-year or not even 10-year
They
stretch,
were
like
on and
5-year
off.
stretch where they were
Yeah.
like in and out of the military with weird lineups the whole time. Makes sense to me, I guess, right?
Yeah. Also, like it's you're going through some difficult times. Why not do it with your bros?
With your friends.
Yeah,
With
like,
bandmates.
That'll
Hey, if they
help.
could get them all into the military band service, it's not that bad then.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So,
Yeah.
because they typically do that unless the K-pop artist specifies that they just want to do regular gunde. A lot of the times they get put in more like PR fronts or musical things or desk jobs, that type of deal. So, right? Am I right with that?
I actually
like,
don't know.
Because I remember a lot of dudes end up in the band. Like I know Taemin's in the military band right now.
Good for him.
I heard like I don't really know. I heard like you can apply for it for certain positions. I assume like if you're like a celebrity, like they'll be like, hey, we got this thing, you want to join, kind of deal.
Yeah, be on some posters real quick for us too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right, that was all the news. A lot of it. I tried to cut out some, but a lot of just very significant things. Announced comebacks though. We still are having those. We have B1A4 November 10th, Tiara November 15th.
Nice.
Yara.
Yeah, they're doing like a weird comeback. Like someone else is sponsoring it a bit.
Sponsoring it.
Dingle Music is sponsoring it.
Oh shoot, Dingo is in it. Yo.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Elast November 17th. Wakey Makey is finally getting a comeback November
Wakey
18th. SF9 November 22nd. Signature on the 30th. They have new members now. One girl was from Michigan, you remember?
Oh,
That was a drop.
Yeah. Shout
And then
out.
IVE on December 1st. So those are the announced big comebacks. We're at State of the Nation now.
How you been doing, Douglas and Nita?
I've been doing all right. We're going on a family trip next week, so
Yeah.
the episode might be released on a weird day. It might not be. Who knows what's gonna happen? We're still figuring it out.
We'll keep y'all posted.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try to record early, but we're still deciding on the release date of that. So those are some things there. In terms of personal life, the fall fishing season's been kind of bussin' this year.
Ooh.
Really?
It's been
Ooh.
really good. There's a lot of fish in the water. A lot of people want to go fishing. That's
Fish in
cool.
the water.
There's a lot of fish in the water, actually. They're specifically looking for this fish called striped bass. The
Oh.
weird thing is, how fish catching, there's like, you has to be bigger than X distance, right, for sustainability.
There.
They've also capped the back end, too. So the fish has to be within a certain range. So if you catch a monster fish, like a monster striped bass, you can't keep it anymore.
Oh.
It's a rule.
Okay.
So that's that. So you're looking for a specific range. So that's been that. New World. Let me talk about New World for like 2 minutes.
Vent.
There were so
Okay.
many bugs over the last 2 weeks.
Oh no.
Like there was damage exploits. People were taking no damage. Things were bugged. A lot of people quit the game.
Oh no.
A lot of people quit.
It's like Fallout 76 all
So
over again.
the maximum amount of people on a specific server that can be online is 2,000, right?
okay.
First 3 weeks of this game, there was a queue. You had to wait because there was too many people on. Now, on Saturday, we had like 600 people on Saturday PM.
Oh my
evening.
god.
Dang.
People are server transferring because transfers are now open. That being said, we're a small server now, so we are going to be merged with other ones, I think, in the near future.
Doesn't that
So-
change up all the server politics though?
It happens, it messes up the politics, but the issue was, you remember at release with New World, way too many people wanted to play versus the server size, so they had so many overpopulation issues. And then they made the knee-jerk reaction to make a gajillion servers. So now the player base is spread out like across way too many servers is the issue they're finding. I'll keep you updated. I'm having fun because I'm collecting things in the world right now, and there's zero competition. So I'm okay with this. I'm just doing my own thing, and I'm okay with low population for a month or so. But for other people who want to do stuff like with others, yeah, it's not that populated.
Wow.
Dang,
It's a big jump.
That was a quick rise and a quick fall.
They screwed up so much shit in the last like 2 weeks, but they fixed it all. But like, it's a little too late in my opinion. I'm still having fun though. So,
Dang.
all right, Anita, you been doing anything?
Yes. So, if people have been keeping up with Animal Crossing lately,
Oh,
the update was released last week, early, 2 days early. It's nice. It's really good. I like it. So there's a lot of new features. I think we already mentioned them, but my favorites so far are the cooking features now. You can make recipes. You can grow more food within the game. So a little bit of farming there. So I really like that. I was surprised because I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. But I actually really like it. I think it's very, very nice. It adds to your activities within the game. Another thing that I really like is the roost. So Brewster, a character from previous games of Animal Crossing, came back, is in the museum with his cafe. I really like it. I think there's an aspect where you have to try to, I guess, converse with the character of Brewster, and then eventually you get more things available to you within the cafe. So I like that there's that aspect to that as well, because it makes it more rewarding, I guess.
So you gotta be friends with the guy to buy certain products?
Not to buy certain products, but at least so far for me, like you have to go like specific amount of times and like drink the coffee a specific amount of times before you can like do coffee to go, like takeout.
so there's a reward system in this game.
Yeah, like for interacting.
Starbucks.
Yeah. I like it.
It sounds like favoritism towards certain customers.
No. But the highlight of the past weekend after the update was that I had a villager move out, a villager that I didn't want in my island. So I was
kick him out. You kick him out.
I said bye, and so I had an empty spot, and I was like, oh, I gotta go find a new villager here. But I knew I have my list of dreamies, of villagers that I wanted. But I thought, okay, well, what are my chances? I don't have a lot of tickets to go island hopping and finding them. But on my first island, I got Tia. So she's a little elephant who has like a design of a tea kettle. That's what I want to say.
Yep.
She's super cute, and she shares the same birthday as me.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
Perfect. Yeah, she's my new favorite villager, Tia. She's not going to leave. Yeah.
What if she wants to leave?
I won't let her.
Who's the one we're still looking for? Daisy? What's her name?
Well, my sister has Daisy. Number one on my list is still Molly.
Oh, Molly, that was it.
She's so cute. Yes, but Tia is a great addition to the island.
Is there any way we could like get you Molly? Can we pay Real World money to get you it or something? Is there a way?
I don't think so. The only way I've seen it where people go find a specific villager is villager hunting, and that requires a lot of Nook Mile tickets, which allow you to island hop and go looking. And I know that the way to get X amount of tickets is to go to specific islands that are dedicated to just giving Nook Mile tickets. And in order to do that, you probably you need a subscription to do the internet access, so you can go to other islands across the world.
Anita.
Which that
sounds complicated. Here's what you do. I found you a Game Shark code for Molly. What you're gonna do is type that in, and you're gonna have Molly just show up next day. It's gonna be totally legal way to play the game.
That doesn't sound legal.
Fair play. Game Shark codes.
You gotta get Molly the duck.
Molly's so cute.
I'm looking at her. Aww.
Right? I think she's the cutest villager.
All right, we're on a Molly hunt, like week 10 or something. We need updates if you ever get Molly, Anita.
Oh yeah, I'll update for sure.
All right, you got anything
Warren?
else, or should we move to Warren?
Warren, your turn.
I like fucked up this fork while I was.
What
oh
the
wow,
heck?
what? It looks like a palm tree now.
What
Yeah,
did
I know,
you
right?
do?
It's kind of cool. It's like a Chipotle fork because I usually eat Chipotles before we record on Mondays. Not really big not any really big reason. I just live nearby one. Okay. Quick updates about what my life has been like. I've been marathoning Harry Potter movies. I'm done.
Oh, you're done. Okay.
I'm done. I've watched all 8 because 7 has 2 parts.
Right.
And everything is happy ending for everybody. I guess spoilers, happy ending for everybody. Look, Voldemort died. Harry Potter has some kids now. It's all good. I haven't
the
seen the
time
play.
skip.
Haven't seen the Fantastic Animals crap. Well, I'll get to it later. I'll get to all of that later. Whatever. I'll watch it later. Look, I've seen the main series again now as an adult. And man, like, I feel
Hold up?
like what?
Does it hold up?
I mean, it was pretty fun. It was all right. Like there's a good amount of universe building. I do feel like, it's been kind of tainted by, Miss J.K. Rowling over here who won't shut up about certain things. But Ron Weasley, right? He has this whole arc. One thing I've noticed while rewatching the movies is like the movies kind of make him out to be this like dumb little kid who's just jealous about Harry Potter and has like an inferiority complex and like isn't brave at all. He's in Gryffindor, but like there's not a single moment in the movies where he's like fully brave. It's always like if you look in the 7th movie, like Ron is like he's about to destroy the locket with Gryffindor's sword. And like out comes naked Harry and naked Ron, naked Hermione, and they're like, "Who would date you?" Kind of deal.
Oh, okay. I remember that.
Right. And like I'm thinking, like if I'm Ron, I would be very happy with my life. You know what I mean? Like everything positive, major in my life has happened because of this chosen kid. You know what I mean?
Because of his friends, yeah.
Right. Like he has ended up dating Hermione because Harry Potter was there. Fair?
I guess.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Like, there's a moment in the earlier books where they're not getting along. Entirety of the series, they're not getting along. And Harry's like the glue that glues them together before they fall apart completely.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he dates a very pretty UK girl because Harry. His family members are still alive because Harry.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Well, not all of them.
Well, not all of them.
His dad.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, that's how you should live life. Make sure you have somebody out there in your life to watch out for you. Like, I feel like that's
Friendship.
the biggest takeaway of Harry Potter as an adult is screw being brave and all that crap. No, just make sure you have a friend who can watch out for your back.
Wow.
And is better than
Wholesome.
you. So you can kind of leech off of that person.
Okay, no.
I'm being sarcastic. The movie was fine. Harry Potter was great. Show Me the Money's been going on.
Oh, yeah.
Is it good? Is it
Are they
good?
almost done?
No, I think we're at the halfway point.
Okay.
So the last episode they did the group track competition
okay.
part, right? So essentially there are 4 teams now, about 5 person per team. They make a song together, kick one person out. Originally, whoever performs the least in each 5-person group gets eliminated, and the version with only the remaining 4 people is the song that gets released on streaming platforms like Spotify or iTunes or whatever. But this year, Code Kunst was like, nah, they all did good. Let's just release 5-person tracks for every group.
Oh.
And Mnet was like, fair, we'll do that, and they did. And I'm happy to admit these 5 tracks are great. They're amazing. I do feel like they're all kind of going after the success of VVS a little bit. Right. Like VVS was it was like a game changer for us over in the hip hop scene over here. I think people were like fairly happy with the way the song turned out. Everyone was like, "Oh yeah, I think people are gonna like the song." Everyone's liking the song, and then it beat BTS in the streaming platform charts, and everyone was like, "That's impossible. It's incredible. It's wild." So there you go. I do feel like a lot of the songs are modeled after that song, but hey, the songs overall they're good.
Are there favorites to win it in your opinion?
You know what? I can't pick a favorite at the moment.
Okay.
Wow.
Most
really
seasons
can't.
there's like a short list of like 3 dudes. One of them was probably
Right.
gonna win,
Like if you remember Show Me the Money 777, the 7th season, the major names were Kid Millie, Nafla,
yeah.
Loopy, Super B, those kids. This year, it's very well balanced. The teams are very well balanced. The performers are well balanced. Here's what's going on, right? Like, so some of the major people that I'm still a fan of, Mud the Student is like an indie god at this point. Bombing Tiger Kid, he's been doing great. I can't really explain his music. It's kind of a cross between rock, indie, hyper pop, and
Tiger.
hip hop.
Yeah.
It's very alternative. That guy, Bio, is
Heard about this guy.
He is quite the guy. If you like sexy looking men who have sultry voices and sing really well, this is the guy for you. So just putting that out there. He's really good. North Face God, my favorite. He's doing great.
His name.
What? What's wrong with his name, Anita?
It's great.
It's great. He's the god of the face in North.
Yeah, North Face.
Yeah. Don Mills, my boy, is doing great. Soko
Don
Dome was doing
Mills.
great. 365 Lit, he's doing great. That's also a great name, by the way. 365 Lit. Basic is doing great. Kunta is doing great. Our Roll Goat is doing great. Since is doing. I'm just going after everybody. Everyone's doing
The thing
good.
is, I'm looking at this roster, right?
Yeah.
There's not too many like super notable people. You know what I mean? Like coming in famous. Like I know
Right.
Basic because he won the season.
Uh-huh.
I know Don Mills, and I've heard of Sokodomo, right? Real talk. The rest of these dudes, kind of not super known to like non really big K-hip hop heads.
Yeah. Even to K-pop heads, like people like Sins wasn't getting a lot of traction even after her first LP, which was really, really solid last year. Like people like Hwang Ji-sang, nobody's heard of this dude, If I have to pick 3 favorites, so I can wrap up this part of the conversation. My third favorite at the moment is Kunta. I've been a longtime fan of Kunta for a bit. He's a very great reggae vocalist / rapper. He's collabed with people like actual reggae people in Jamaica numerous times. He's great. He's amazing. Go check him out. Second favorite is North Face God because he sounds like something is up his nose, but in a really great way.
What?
Look, he once you listen to his rap, you will know what I'm talking about. There's a certain amount of I don't give a crap kind of level to his voice, and that's great. My favorite so far though is Tabber.
Tabber.
And he's not a name you guys have probably heard of in the recent years. No, he has been collabing with Dean a lot. He's actually in Dean's label. You will know. He's kind of like a cross between a vocalist and a rapper. He has a very, very low pitch to his voice. Very, very deep, very thick. Oh, yeah, at this kind of level.
Okay.
I've been going back to his other releases, like his mixtape, his YouTube freestyle video with Dean and Simya Kim, which was also really amazing. 3 a.m. freestyle, that's amazing. Look, if you still ain't watching the show, you'll be missing out. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So that's that. I guess we're ready to move on to the last section of the show.
Yeah. Let's take a short break so I can set it up though. All right, we're back. What are we doing today, Warren?
All right. It's been a while. It's been a good while since we've done a World Cup, boys and girls. Essentially, if you don't know what we're doing here, we got a tournament-style matchup for 16 different things. Today's topic is best egg. We're going to compare...
Okay, number one, if you don't like eggs, what's wrong with you? That's what I'm... First thing
They're
I want to
like
say.
classic.
I mean, I haven't met anybody that dislikes eggs.
Oh, I have.
You really have?
Yeah.
You got
Yeah,
you.
there's
Okay.
people that don't like eggs.
Yeah, there are people who don't like eggs.
Doug, I know we want to make an entertaining show, but you can't just lie like that. You know what I mean?
I ain't lying. I swear, there's people who don't like eggs. I like eggs though.
Y'all tripping out there. Look, we're gonna talk about eggs. If you still don't understand what we're doing, you'll figure it out soon.
If you are only here for K-pop content, is about the point where you should drop out because it's gonna get weird.
I talked about Harry Potter for a bit.
It's gonna get weird. We're gonna talk about some eggs for the next like
Eggs.
20 minutes.
All right, let's figure out what the best format of eggs are. Let's begin.
Okay, let's go.
All right, first round, we have Scotch eggs versus egg salad.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. I have to be honest. I've never had a Scotch egg.
Neither have I.
It's mincemeat wrapped around an egg and it's deep fried. Is what
And
it is.
that sounds great. That's why I want to try it. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
eat it in, I think, Europe, specifically the UK, if I want to.
Right.
Egg salad. It really depends on the egg salad, though. You know?
You can go wrong.
If you just have, like, if you got an egg salad that's just, like, eggs chopped up with mayonnaise, I is not a huge fan of that. If you add maybe, I don't know, like some other fancy things. I've seen some curried egg salads. That's been good. Warren made a weird face there. Do you like
don't
egg
know.
salad, Warren?
I like egg salad in the format of a sandwich.
Okay, I think you should
yeah.
use Kewpie mayo instead of American mayo. as
Right,
well.
right. I guess we're leaning into like more like Asian foods over there, but like if you make an egg salad, like you can use Kewpie mayo, or you can just add in a little bit of pickles as well, just like mince up some pickles and like throw it in. That's kind of good too. But like, I don't know. I feel like egg salads are kind of a lie.
What do you mean by a lie?
It's not a salad.
Well, it's not. Yeah.
No.
Well, a Scotch egg isn't Scotch.
Okay. Okay. I mean,
Hey,
what's a
this Scotch egg looks kind of good. though.
I will
It
I
kinda
will
looks
admit,
good.
I like that, I think.
never had it, but I'm
tried
kind of
it.
tempted. Yeah.
Scotch egg.
I think egg salad's a little generic there, but I feel like egg salad, you're really just there to eat some mayo. You know?
I'm not a fan of mayo.
What?
That's what it comes down to.
Mayo's great.
I'm not a big fan of mayo, but I see why it's good. Like, I can respect it.
I'm a huge fan of mayo, but I will admit, between egg salad and other varieties of mayo-inspired salads, egg salad comes last. I would prefer tuna salad over egg salad.
Tuna salad's good. I like potato salad, you know.
That too, yeah.
All right, I want to pick the Scotch egg. That looks
Scotch
good.
egg.
Meat around
Scotch
the
egg,
neck.
please.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Let's go with that one. All right. We're moving on to round 2. In the round of 16, we got Egg Benedict versus frittata.
I like both of these a lot.
I've never had an egg Benedict.
Wait, how come you've never had an Egg Benedict? What do you mean?
I've had frittatas, just not the egg Benedict. Looks good.
I feel like Egg Benedicts are like everybody's go-to brunch food, yeah.
With a
When you don't
mimosa.
know what you're getting, yeah.
Never
Okay,
had any
Anita,
mimosa.
an eggs Benedict is essentially like a open-faced breakfast sandwich, but then you put a sauce on top that's just more yolk. It's essentially what you're eating.
And it's really good.
It's yolk with some more fats in there. They put some oils in there. You add a little bit of like lemon juice at the end. So it's like it's a yolk sauce on top of a breakfast thing that already has eggs.
Call me crazy though. I think frittatas are gross.
What?
What?
Why?
They're all kind of cuddly and like kind of like dry and like I don't know.
No.
Egg Benedicts, y'all get the yolk running down the little English
first of all,
muffin.
we have to establish how runny do you like runny yolks, number one? Number
Yeah.
two, how hard do you like your hard-boiled eggs? Those are two very significant questions with eggs.
That's true.
Okay, we should talk about that when it comes up.
Okay, but for
it
runny
comes
yolk,
up.
I am team runny yolk. I think it's delicious.
I
I'm
agree.
also team runny yolk.
Okay, great. We all agree. We're not barbarians here.
Okay.
You know, I think we could agree on that. That being said, if it comes down to a good eggs Benedict versus a good frittata, I think the eggs Benedict, you can just eat that picture. Frittata, I'm probably going to need a little bit of sauce, maybe some ketchup on that too, you know?
Right.
Although, if we're talking frittatas and you make a Spanish style where there's potato layers in
Ooh,
it,
potatoes.
that's when it's good.
Isn't that like completely something different?
It's a type of frittata in my book.
Frittata with
I mean,
potatoes.
look, all I'm gonna say is frittata by itself doesn't sell it for me. Egg Benedict, on the other hand, by default comes with hollandaise sauce, which is magnificent.
It does look good.
I'm gonna take the egg. It's a more balanced diet as well.
Okay, honestly, between the two, typically Benedicts are better tasting, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go with that one.
I would never pay for a frittata. That's all I'm saying.
What? No, you're crazy.
I'm just
You're
saying.
crazy. You're crazy. We're picking Benedict here, but you're crazy, dude.
No. Round 3, we got scrambled eggs versus Korean souffle eggs,
Oh,
also known as
what?
keranjim.
Okay,
that's
how do
so
we like our
good.
scrambled eggs? I like it like not fully cooked. You know,
I think it's kind of gross when it's fully cooked.
I don't like rubbery egg. Okay,
You know what I mean?
So
Like, if
explain what a before we have this. Explain what a keranjim or a Korean souffled egg is to the people at
Right.
home.
If you've been to Korean barbecue, chances are you might have seen it. Essentially, you get this black pot which acts like an oven, and it helps eggs kind of like puff upwards.
And they add they add some things like I think you could add some stock to it, or I've seen a little bit of cooking wine also introduced into it, and it's
Right.
steamed is the main.
Right.
selling
It's
point here.
steamed for the most part, so it's kind of generally kind of diet friendly.
And it's fluffy, you know.
So fluffy.
The texture is great, and like the stock, the fish stock or meat stock, whatever they decide to use, really adds a lot of flavor to it. I'm not gonna lie. I will admit it's a very close relative to scrambled eggs.
Yeah,
I
these are
think
very
it's the
similar.
better scrambled eggs.
I agree.
Kind of agree. The
I
thing with
agree.
scrambled eggs, like here's the thing. Let's say you go travel for a bit, you go to one of those hotels that are like
Oh,
2
yeah.
stars.
Hampton
No.
Inn. It's my favorite
Hampton
hotel.
Inn.
Free
Right, yeah, yeah,
breakfast.
yeah.
Free
Those
breakfast.
are great. Those are great.
It's great.
But and you're right. You get free complimentary breakfast, and you walk
Yeah.
in.
eggs
and
always
you-
suck.
The eggs are always like I don't know.
They always suck.
They kind of look like the bottom of your shoe a little bit. You know what I mean? Like they're
Here's
all
the thing. Delicious scrambled eggs are great, though. There are some scrambled eggs you get that are like, this is amazing, right?
Right.
But
Right.
the variance is too much. So there you could get bad scrambled eggs, you could get delicious scrambled eggs, but I think it leans towards the meh side.
right.
Korean souffled eggs, get on chip, it's like always good. I've
So
never had a
fluffy.
bad get on chip.
Oh yeah. And like there's like so many other varieties that's like good to it as well. And like with scrambled eggs, I feel like a lot of it comes down to the milk to egg ratio over here,
If you're adding stuff to it, yeah, I agree.
Right. So I
I go
personally
with,
would
I
pick
go
the
with
Korean
the
souffle egg.
souffle eggs. You too, Anita?
Yes.
All right, we're on agreement on that one.
Look at us today. We're all agreeing everywhere.
Uh-oh.
Everywhere we go. Oh
Uh-oh.
no. Uh-oh.
Come on.
Do you have for our audio listeners, do you have a technical difficulty? We are
What am I
experiencing a
supposed
to-
pause.
What do I
Get
do
on
in
to-
this situation? Do
We
I
just-
refresh?
We just wait for a bit. I don't know. Why does this always happen?
Dang, and it
know.
was also in English.
I have very fast internet too, so it's on me.
No, it's not on you.
No, their servers are
Um,
whack.
Piku.
Here, yeah, you
Refresh?
want to like refresh?
Refresh?
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Oh, we redid that. We
Oh,
lost
okay.
the round, but we back.
We'll do it later at some point. All right, round 3 again. We have sunny side up versus soft boiled eggs.
Okay. I really dislike hard boiled eggs,
Okay.
but I do like soft boiled eggs.
Soft boiled eggs are great. I feel like they're the better alternative. They're quicker too.
Yes.
Here's the thing. In modern society, time is gold,
Time is money.
right? Soft boiled eggs take less time to make. Therefore, it saves you time and therefore saves you gold and money. Therefore,
Same thing.
soft boiled eggs are the superior type of eggs.
I like both of these though. I like my
Yeah.
sunny side up. I like soft boiled eggs, but a soft boiled eggs is like, oh, we getting ramen with this egg? There's a soft boiled egg on my ramen.
Right.
When
Or it's like you get a
cut it
soft boiled
open.
egg, you put the pinky up, You're like, what are you living here? Sunny side
Fancy.
up egg, you just at the diner. You're just getting an egg,
This breakfast.
It's two different. You're at the IHOP. You're at the Denny's. Soft boiled egg, you're someone in the world.
Also, I feel like soft boiled eggs sometimes like it's just not cooked sometimes.
I
You know what I
know
mean?
that is true though. Sometimes it's not cooked, and you're like, I think
Yeah.
we should have boiled this another minute here.
That's why it's like a sweet spot, right? It takes
Yeah.
more
Right.
effort.
There's a sweet spot where like the yolk at the very least the yolk is kind of cooked on the outside.
A little bit, yeah.
But like sometimes it's just like I'm not cooked.
But when executed properly, a soft-boiled egg is better than a sunny side up egg, right?
Oh,
we agree?
100%.
I would agree.
Soft-boiled
Okay,
eggs are
let's
like
go
the
with
superior
soft-boiled
way.
egg then.
Yeah.
Come on, Piku. Okay, did it.
All right. Round 4. We have Korean souffle eggs again versus omelets.
I love omelets, though.
Really?
Oh, I love omelets. There's a spot near me that makes such good omelets. I get one called the Monte Bianco. It has sun-dried tomatoes, mozzarella cheese. It's so good.
I'm still feeling the souffle eggs because I don't know. They're
That
so
omelet
fluffy.
looks good. Look how much stuff is in this omelet in this picture.
May I make an honest statement and say
Yeah?
omelets are overrated as all hell?
What?
In my personal opinion. Look,
I love a omelet.
It depends
gonna-
what's inside. I
right.
think.
Here's the thing. If you're going to eat an omelet, why not just get the insides and stir fry that and eat that?
But it's with the eggs. My God, that Western omelet right here with the
I'm
peppers
just saying,
and the
like-
bacon.
If you're getting an omelet, if you're eating an omelet, like, does the egg really matter at that point?
Not really. It's about the stuff that's in it.
Right.
Means of transportation. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It could be replaced with like tortillas. I mean, you could make
Basically,
it into
yeah.
a burrito.
All right, no,
right?
real talk though. The souffled omelet's better than an omelet. I mean,
Yes,
souffled
let's
eggs is better than an
go.
omelet.
Souffle
straight
eggs are
up.
better.
All right.
We're a
Fancy.
K-pop podcast. We should.
I like omelets though. Let that be known. I love an omelet.
Round 5, we got egg in the hole versus hard-boiled eggs.
Okay, this is my
Look at that yolk.
my mom loves hard boiled eggs. Like they boiled so long.
20 minutes.
There's
20
so
minutes.
much boiling. They're solid. Like that's probably the reason I don't like hard boiled eggs. Like that's all we had. Whenever we boiled eggs, it was like we gonna boil this till it's dead, even though it's already dead. Like,
She wants to make sure you're not eating chicken.
that's how she likes them. It is what it is. But
What do you use to eat hard-boiled eggs with?
they just eat it straight.
You don't dip it in salt or anything?
I mean, they put some salt, but like you just eating it
Okay.
straight up. There's
God dang.
there's nothing
Yeah.
fun.
Egg in the hole. Do you guys know what that is?
Yeah, I could tell what it is just by looking
Right.
at it.
For our audio listeners, basically, you get a toast. You get a piece of toast. You give it a hole, and then you put the egg inside and just cook that. Which I guess kind of looks Instagram friendly.
It almost
yeah.
looks like some French toast too. The situation we got going
I
on
like
here.
French
Yes.
toast.
No, it's a cousin to it. There's
Yeah.
bread and eggs.
I guess I would pick anything over hard-boiled eggs, to be honest.
I 100% agree with this.
Okay, to
Hard-boiled
be
egg
honest,
is the worst form of egg.
I don't mind hard-boiled eggs, but I just don't like the yolk on hard-boiled eggs.
Anita, you also don't mind the "I love you, my novice" part in Espa's.
and I'm
Navis
not
track.
wrong.
You are completely wrong.
do you agree hard-boiled egg is the worst version of egg?
It's the worst. It's my least
yeah.
favorite of the 16. I'll
No,
give you
it's
that.
I mean,
not fun.
the only way I eat it, I take the yolk out.
Yeah, I've taken the yolk out when you're
Well,
on like
then
a
you're not
diet. You
eating
just
the
eat
egg.
some egg. You just eat some egg whites then, right?
Right.
Egg whites. Yeah, I mean, you gotta put some like hot sauce or something on it to save it.
Yeah.
You know, even that. But egg in the hole, that looks fine. You know, you could just eat
looks
that.
good.
That looks good.
That looks like food. If you're telling me that you eat like if we talk at some point in the future and I'm like, oh, what'd you eat for lunch? And you tell me you ate like 5 hard-boiled eggs for lunch, like
my God.
I'd feel bad for you.
You
know
better
what I
be
mean?
on a
What's
diet,
wrong?
or else something's
going
wrong with
on?
you, right?
Even then, like it sounds like a bad meal. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like a bad meal.
Quite bland.
Plus, they kind of smelly because you put it in the fridge after you hard boiled a bunch,
Oh, yeah.
right? And it's just
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
ooh,
yeah.
a little dank in
Ugh.
here. Egg in the hole. That's picking up the one.
Whatever that is, we'll take it. Round 6.
It's frozen again.
Oh no, why is it doing this?
Piku.
I refresh, right?
I guess so. Yeah, we're gonna lose this again. All right, we're redoing round 5 with over easy egg versus scrambled eggs.
Over easy is the preferred Korean egg in Korea. That's like the
Yep.
typical egg fried is what they call it, and that's
Yeah.
the standard Korean egg is an over easy egg.
I've never had a sunny side up until I came to the States.
Yeah. Koreans basically, you do a sunny side up right at the last minute. You flip it. You could choose to either break the yolk a tiny bit or not, but that is the typical way Koreans eat their eggs.
That's my default too. I feel like at home.
Me too. That's my
I think
favorite
this is
way.
default for most people, isn't it? Yeah.
Scrambled eggs, I think it's like when you're a child, you scramble it up, right? Like scrambled eggs is
What do you mean?
also scrambled eggs is also good when you put it on a sandwich, right? Because you get
Right.
you get a nice big clump of eggs. Over easy though is when you just want to eat the egg. You want to have a nice egg.
I'm sorry, sir. Why did you say that if you're a kid, you eat scrambled eggs?
I'm just saying there's more sophisticated ways to eat your eggs.
It's the easiest way to cook it, I want to say.
Yeah,
And
you
it's
just-
also
easy.
the easiest method to eat eggs. I will have you know.
Over easy is just better though.
No, or scrambled eggs. If I ever go to a breakfast place, scrambled eggs are my default ways to eat eggs.
Well, of course, at any diner-ish place or breakfast food place, you get it scrambled.
Because it's
When
so
you're-
easy. You can't
It's
go
easy.
wrong.
When you're home though, over easy is how you do it up. I think.
No, scrambled is the way to do it. Over easy is just kind of gets messy.
Oh, it's
you
so
know?
good, though.
What? I like it a
No.
little crispy.
Yeah, I like
Look at the
there's
edges.
stuff going on,
Okay, no, guys, you guys. are
and
tripping.
sometimes the yolk is still a little runny, right, Anita?
Yeah, that's the best.
Yeah.
But okay, if you make cuddly, fluffy little scrambled eggs, that's like.
I think
not
scrambled eggs, there's
random,
too much
it's-
room. Like, okay, really good scrambled eggs, if you cook it like the Gordon Ramsay way, you cook it a French style, fantastic, right?
Uh huh.
They're the way Gordon Ramsay cooks it or a French style is way more like egg paste it turns out to at the end, right? It's a lot more less clumpy typically than we eat in America. Over easy though, you put a little oil, you get more there's more personality, right, Anita?
I agree.
I feel like scrambled eggs can have personality. Okay, I'm outvoted here. I'm outvoted here.
Over easy. Please work, people. It worked. Okay.
Okay, round 6, we have deviled eggs versus tamagoyakis.
Oh, this is
which
so
are
easy.
Japanese egg,
It's the egg.
egg rolls.
It's the egg you get at the sushi restaurant. That's
Right.
the
Oh,
tamagoyaki.
yeah.
They're kind of sweet as well and
They
very, very
are.
soft. Yeah.
I have a pan for that. I have this tiny square pan. To cook
really?
those in.
Oh, yeah,
And you
yeah.
add like you add a little fish stock or mirin into it and some sugar, and then you cook it up like that. You roll it a bunch. It's one of the best style of eggs in my opinion.
When I was in Japan, right, we went to like a fish market and they
I
had
know-
like
I
a
went to the same place
and they have like a big tamagoyaki thing
on a stick.
on a stick like a
I
popsicle.
went to the same exact. You went to the fish market thing, and there's a strip of food things next to it, and there's an egg dude.
Right,
Yep.
right.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're
Right,
talking about.
right. Those are so good.
That was a like I ate two. It was so good. I had to get a
I don't
second
know
one.
about two, but
Oh,
those
dang.
are good.
It was 100 yen, so $1, I think, or something like that.
Deviled eggs, on the other hand, I think is the most overrated way to eat eggs.
It doesn't look that appetizing. low-key.
Deviled eggs is more of a relic of like the 90s and 80s in America,
Right.
where you take the egg yolks out because you know they suck. Then you put them in a bag. You add like either mayonnaise or mustard or things like that.
Right.
And then you use a piping bag and you pipe it back into the egg. Maybe you throw some paprika on the top at the end, right? Or cayenne
Right.
pepper. It's not good. You're just compensating for your hard boiled egg at that point. Right?
Also, like, it's always like,
Basically.
stupidly expensive at a restaurant.
Or,
like-
or it's an appetizer at a wedding or something, right?
Right,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
And it's like, really?
It's like, oh, deviled eggs. What are we in 1994 over here? Like that's how it feels to me. Yeah, tamagoyaki's the way to go, right, guys?
Tamago-
I agree.
Tamagoyaki.
Tamagoyakis,
Yeah. All right.
right? It's gonna go through. Please.
It
go
went. It
through.
went.
Okay, round
Yes.
7, we have eating raw eggs
Raw?
versus hard-boiled eggs.
All right.
So-
Hard-boiled egg is clearly winning here. Overall,
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god.
I
Raw.
earlier I said I would take anything over hard-boiled eggs, and I stand by my comment.
Are you serious?
Yes.
There are
What? No.
bodybuilders who eat eggs raw, though. Legitimate. Like look at the dude in the picture.
Look
He's
at
yoked.
Rocky. That's Rocky. Rocky
Oh, that's
Balboa.
Rocky. Yeah.
Yeah,
Barba-
Rocky
wait,
Balboa.
what?
Raw eggs are healthy for.
Wait, are
for
you capping there?
What do you mean? Is Rocky Balboa?
Wait, for real? You think that's his last name? Balboa.
Oh, is it Balboa?
Yes.
Wait, what did I say?
Rocky Barbacoa. Are you a Chipotle dude? You getting some barbacoa?
Oh gosh. It's like quinceañera right
I'm
up here.
drooling. I'm drooling. I'm crying. Rocky Barbacoa.
I promise I've seen Rocky.
Oh my god! I thought you were making a joke and you weren't.
I was so confused. I thought it was about boba.
No, you said barbacoa about 4 times. Rocky Barbacoa. That's like a name of a new taco restaurant. Rocky Barbacoa. Okay, go
English is my second language.
Oh my God.
Still raw?
Shut up! Go, raw eggs are the way to eat your eggs.
We gotta move on and eat a
No.
hard boiled, right?
Hard boiled. As hard as
Have
it
you
is.
tried it? It's actually not that bad.
No, I feel like you only do that if you're
If
trying.
you need it, you need
Yeah,
the
like,
eggs in you.
It's just a means to an end. It's not
Like
really
these
enjoying.
bodybuilders need the protein. They need it now, or they're getting smaller by the second. That's why they
Okay.
chug eggs.
Sure, but I'm still eating that over hard-boiled eggs, which just tastes not good.
No,
I don't think it's that serious.
You're not.
I'm being serious right
Hey,
now. You guys
Rocky
always
Barbacoa, we are picking hard-boiled eggs right now.
Shut up!
And we got stuck here anyway, so rip.
Oh, why is it doing this today so many
Piku.
times?
Oh,
All right, let's go back.
okay.
We're gonna
Right.
pick egg in the hole here. Let's
Right.
speed
Yes.
run this.
Egg in the hole.
It's still okay.
Okay, round 8. Okay, we
Raw
have
egg versus T egg. We could talk about T eggs once it comes up in round 2. Good egg.
Okay.
Right?
We'll go with tea egg here. Yeah.
I
Fine.
never heard of this.
Why is
Okay,
it so
we're good.
buggy
Round 2.
today? All right,
Round 2.
We're into the quarterfinals, right? Okay, so you have tamagoyaki versus egg benedict.
These are 2 of like the top ways to eat eggs, in my opinion. You missed some eggs. You missed some poached eggs. Poached
Egg
is
benedict
interesting.
has a poached egg.
I know. Egg Benedict, tamagoyaki. What are you feeling like? You feeling like an Asian style? You feeling like an American style here?
Yeah,
I've never had eggs Benedict.
Do you want to go to Greenwich Village and drink some mimosas, or do you want to be in Tokyo? I almost said takoyaki.
If
that
it
would have
came
been the
down
second worst
to
mistake.
okay, if it came down to these 2 eggs, I think I would lean more towards a tamagoyaki because I really like tamagoyaki.
Man, okay.
Yeah, I've tasted it and I like the sweet to it.
I'm gonna betray all my fellow Asians here and say I like egg benedict more than the tamagoyaki.
Too rich.
I mean, it's
Right.
close. It's close.
It's too
Close
rich.
It's very rich and like
It's eggs on eggs, fat on fat.
right. And like my problem with tamagoyaki is like my association with it in the sushi restaurant where like
That's
they'll
fair.
give you like a egg sushi at the end to, you know, like dessert
And it's
sushi kind of, I
cold.
guess.
Yep.
Right. And it's always like, nah, give me more of that tuna, sir, not tamagoyaki over here. You know what I mean?
Oh, I like the egg ones though.
I think they're okay. It's just, you know, why eat that when you got tuna and salmon over here? Or like,
You are right though. Of that meal, the tamagoyaki is not the star.
right,
Of the breakfast meal that you're having, the eggs Benedict is the star.
right.
I just feel like it's a little too rich sometimes for me.
Oh, the egg Benedict?
Yeah, it's decadent.
Well, drink your mimosa, sir. What you doing?
Anita,
Bottomless
which one do you think
mimosas
you
for
would
$8.
enjoy more between the 2?
Well, I've tried tamagoyaki and I like it. I like the taste of it. I don't know about the concept of egg Benedict because
You know
I don't
what?
know the sauce on the top.
No. I'm thinking about it. Eggs Benedict is the superior type of egg between
What?
the 2. It is. It is.
It
It
It's
is.
at a
is?
higher level, I think.
It's considered like a premium brunch food. You know?
Well,
Is
if
it?
you've ever seen the documentary Jiro Dreams of Sushi, that tamagoyaki seems ridiculous though. And it took one guy like 6 months of just making it before he got approved once.
Well, I'm sure in my favorite Netflix documentary, Making Egg Benedicts, Chef Rocky Balbacoa makes great egg Benedict.
All right, we'll pick Egg
so,
Benedict here if it's not frozen, and it's not.
All right, round 2 of the quarterfinals, we have Over Easy versus Egg in the Hole.
These are kind of similar, I think, in the way the egg ends up. Do you like bread or not? Is essentially what you're getting at
I
here.
like bread.
I like bread too, but like I feel like it's just so much hassle to cut out a little hole in the middle of your bread
That
and
is
add
true.
an egg into it.
Why don't you just make the over easy egg and just throw it on a piece of toast?
That's
There
what
you go.
I do.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw on some toast. Put some your favorite kind of condiment, whether you like ketchup, whether you like chili jam or something. You know, whatever you want to put on
chili
your
jam.
egg. Sriracha. I see people doing that these days. The over easy egg probably wins here. I
So
think.
fast. Okay. Round 3, we have Korean souffle eggs versus tea egg.
What's a tea egg? I've never.
So
heard of
Okay.
Anita, you take a hard boiled egg or a soft boiled egg, however boiledness you want. You crack the shell a bit, and then you marinate it in tea.
No. You marinate it before it gets cracked.
Then how does it have the cracked lines?
I don't know, but I've eaten this several times, and I've always had to crack it up myself. So
Okay, I'm assuming the one in the picture was cracked before one in the steeping, don't you think, though?
I don't know. Maybe.
What does it taste like though?
No, it had to have, right? No, I've seen tea eggs that aren't cracked. I mean, because like then they don't have any of these fissures and stuff.
No, like, okay, I'm looking at this picture right now, and then there's fissures inside the shell.
So you're saying a hard-boiled egg. So you're saying that these. Okay, I don't know. I'm not an expert on TX. I don't know that much. But all I'm saying is like when you dye, like, Easter eggs and you crack it a bit, you end up with a spider egg.
Wait, so Easter eggs? What?
You've never dyed eggs for Easter,
No.
but okay.
But what does it
Regardless.
taste like?
Well, okay, regardless of how it's made, I'm sure someone in the comments will point it out for us because none of us are Chinese or Taiwanese or whatever. They have so it's the marinade you see there is soy sauce based. There's like a lot of like Chinese spices that go into it, and it's not like hard boiled eggs at all, where like you get a lot of flavor with the sauce around it and with the egg itself. The ones I've had was in a convenience store in Taiwan, where they literally had like in the middle of the store, in the middle of their 7-Eleven, there were like metal containers with like huge boxes of tea and tea eggs floating inside, and you pick them up and you put it in a container, and like it was great. I don't know what I had.
I can confirm you gently crack them if you want it to look like that before you put it in the marinade.
Okay. Okay, never mind then. I don't know. The one I had was like I cracked it up and like I don't remember what it looks like actually, but it tastes good. It tastes good.
What is the yolk like though? Hard?
The one I had was
Solid?
soft. Doug,
Wait.
have you had these before?
No, I'm just thinking it has to be cracked, or else the shell's just gonna get colored. The egg would still be an egg on the inside. No, right? No,
Yeah,
I'm
maybe
right.
you're right. Yeah,
no,
maybe
because
you're
there's like, or else you just get a colored like shell. It would be a Easter egg. But I've had this before. I'm not a huge fan of tea in general. It just adds like a tea aroma, like a floral taste to it. I think sometimes.
Really?
It's pretty good though.
I think it's good. I will admit, because I am Korean, I associate Korean souffle eggs with a party.
Oh, really?
Right? Because like when you bring out the souffle eggs, when you bring out keranjim, you're at a Korean barbecue. You know, you got some of your homies. Yeah.
Big table.
Like sometimes it'll come for free because they're like, "Oh, thank you for ordering 8 servings of beef. Here's a little thing," you know. And it's a great side dish as you munch on your beef. So I vote Korean souffle eggs here. Shout outs to our Taiwanese friends, but
I do as well.
Get on team, yes.
Please
Round
go, Piku.
4 of the quarterfinals, we have
Oh.
softball versus Scotch eggs.
Hey, this meat thing on the right looks kind of good though.
I
But
have to
it
admit,
is hard boiled on the inside. Look at
I
it.
know. That's
It
the
is.
thing.
Soft boiled for me then.
I also vote soft boiled for me as well. Thank you very much.
Hey Max, next time after you listen to this, educate me on Scotch eggs. But we are choosing soft boiled eggs here.
All right, we're moving into the quarterfinals
Ooh.
apparently. I don't know English apparently. Egg Benedict versus Over Easy.
I've had one
Egg
multiple
Benedict.
times.
Egg Benedict. Egg
Okay,
Benedict.
if we're trying to be pinkies up, we choose the eggs Benedict here. It's a delightful dish.
Is
It's
it? Now I
really
have to
rich.
try it. I've never had.
Anita, next time you go to any kind of breakfast place, just ask for the eggs Benedict with the hollandaise sauce on it.
I will with the mimosa.
Benedict. Yeah,
Benedict. Round 2, we have soft boiled eggs versus Korean souffle eggs.
Okay, this is where we choose soft boiled eggs here. I think Kirachimi loses, in my opinion.
But it's so good. It's so fluffy.
Soft boiled eggs are delicious.
Airy.
Soft boiled eggs are soft boiled eggs.
They're delicious.
Korean souffle eggs.
It's a whole dish.
It represents family. It
Korean
represents
souffled
party.
eggs is never the star of what you're eating, but neither is soft-boiled eggs because you typically get them most of the time in ramen.
Yeah, like they're both side things,
They're accessory
right?
eggs, right?
Right?
Right.
But I remember the souffle more. It stays with me.
I agree. Sometimes when the geranjim is busting, you end up eating way too much geranjim.
Yes.
You order another one.
There's
Soft-boiled
never
eggs,
enough.
Like you like, oh, I wish I had more of them in here, but you're like, man, these noodles are really good though. Like, you
Right.
know? All right, let's choose the geranjim, the souffled eggs, real quick, and then we're at the finale, which is eggs Benedict versus souffled eggs, which I kind of agree. These are the ideal Western and Eastern styles of egg, right?
I guess the Chinese folks and the Japanese folks might disagree with that.
As a Korean, this is peak eggs for me.
Same. However, I vote Egg Benedict here. I'm
Wow,
sorry
really?
to my people.
I know you like egg Benedict because you've mentioned eggs Benedict to me like multiple times over the test
I
course
just
that I've
think
known
I
you.
just like it. I don't know
No,
why.
you always like this.
Yeah,
I know.
I like eating the ham and bread that's soaked in the yolk along with the hollandaise
Fair,
sauce.
fair,
You know,
fair. What kind of bread do you like? Like
with
on
my Egg Benedict. Usually it's
Yeah.
an English muffin, whatever you're getting.
bro, if you get it with a bagel though, it's so good.
Ooh.
I've
Wow.
had that before.
That's like a full on sandwich right there.
Anita, you haven't had the eggs Benedict. You've had the
I
souffled
haven't.
eggs, but I know in the past we've had things that we haven't eaten before. Win that pizza, the JC Rich pizza or something.
That's
I don't remember
true.
what it was
Tasty
called.
Rich. Oh,
King.
Rich,
something.
Rich
Gold
J-
King with
Yeah,
lobster, beef, and
that
balsamic
one
vinaigrette.
was. And then we also had what was it? That breakfast dish with the tomatoes and the eggs in it.
Oh yeah, that one looked
shakshuka.
really good.
Shak-
Yeah,
Shakshuka, egg in the
shakshuka one
hell.
before too, and like half of us hadn't eaten it before either. So,
Shakshuka and egg in the hell is actually my favorite brunch food. Actually, try that, please. Like, I don't know why you still haven't.
between the two, I think that the geranjim loses because it is a side dish. Whereas
agree.
the eggs Benedict is
Wow.
the whole show.
I was
Right.
like getting Korean barbecue this weekend, and like I sat down and I was like, oh yeah, could I get the beef set for two? Could I get Korean souffle eggs and a bottle of soju? And they misunderstood me, and they were like, you want Korean souffle eggs and soju? Okay, is there anything else? And I was like, catch the part about beef set for two, please. So I do agree. It doesn't stand on its own. Egg Benedict is the main of whatever you're getting. You know. It's,
Dang.
I think
It's
it
the main
wins here,
character.
right?
I mean, I guess we'll vote there. But I've never tried it. I'll
Anita,
have to
your
try it.
mission is by the end of 2021 is to eat a
All
eggs
right.
Benedict.
The best egg winner, as we have declared, is an Egg Benedict. It is by far the only way to eat an egg. If you do not eat your eggs this way, you are an egghead. Thank you for joining SojuTalk.
All right, let me readjust the screens real
All right.
quick for us. I gotta do
So many
this.
bugs this week. I don't know what's going on.
gotta
It's
do
not a great way to
this.
come back.
Okay. Let me find the script again. All right, stuff for next week. Tuesday, One Us and Victon, two sort of mid to high, higher mid tier groups there. Wednesday, the Billy debut. B1A4.
yes.
Oh.
Let's make a correction here. Suyun is not in the initial debut. They think they're gonna add her later. Yes, we were told many times that was the case. We get it, guys. We apologize. Thursday, Bi and Drippin. Friday, Twice's full length album and Got7's Mark. And then on Monday we have the Tiara comeback thing happening.
Ooh. What a loaded week.
Nice.
I don't know when the next episode will come out. I'm assuming I think we're recording it on a Sunday now, but who knows when it'll actually be out, so bear with us. So we should be able to get everything to you though. This has been SojuTalk, your weekly shout at K-pop. I'm Doug. I'd like to thank Warren and Anita for joining me this week. I probably want to go eat some eggs right now.
Yeah.
Might go cook some eggs. But we'll see you guys next time, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Special shoutouts to our Fiesta patrons: Bagel, Based Mina, Brian, Shadow, Delmonic, Ellie, Genki Boy, Goku Mama, Grace, Jacob, Liam's Games and Toys, Luke Daniels, Malfiar, NJ Parks, Tier. Thank you for joining SojuTalk. And special thanks to to our Discord server mods. Jacob, K-Music Erde, Koala, Mafiar, Max, No Bias Nuna, Tuggles, and Wolf297.